We're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. I know the media wants to attack me and wants me to back down on this, Megan, but the simple point that I made is that having children, becoming a father, becoming a mother, I really do think it changes your perspective in a pretty profound way.
Kamala Harris, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, who's now the Secretary of Transportation, Cory Booker, AOC. Why have we let the Democrat Party become controlled by people who don't have children?
My grandparents, in a lot of ways, a very non-traditional relationship. They fought a lot. They were very, earlier in their lives, they were even violent with each other, but they never got divorced. There's this weird sense of just devotion for its own sake that I think has its downsides, to be honest. It certainly has its downsides, but I think is a very useful trait and something that I just don't see enough.
And this is one of the great tricks that I think the sexual revolution pulled on the American populace, which is this idea that, like, well, okay, these marriages were fundamentally, they were maybe even violent, but certainly they were unhappy. And so getting rid of them and making it easier for people to shift spouses like they change their underwear, that's going to make people happier in the long term.
Many of the most unhappy and most miserable and most angry people in our media are childless adults.
Professional achievements, whether you're a mom or a dad, all that stuff eventually fades away. The thing that you're most proud of is having kids.
So I would say that we should care about declining fertility, not just because it's bad for our economy, but because we think babies are good. And we think babies are good because we're not sociopaths. Let's give votes to all children in this country, but let's give control over those votes to the parents of those children. Doesn't this mean that parents get a bigger say in how our democracy functions? Yes.